Hi and welcome into another LEETCODE challenge. Today we'll be dealing with an easy one, valid anagram. Given two strings S and T, return true if T is an anagram of S and false otherwise. An anagram is a word or phrase formed by rearranging the letters of a different word or phrase, typically using all the original letters exactly once. So we have an anagram here and their target string is the A and N are switched, and it is a true, and for another one, rat will be not equal to car. Alright, so let's think about it for a moment and get back to the solution. Alright, so we are back in the LeetCode console. I will be using JavaScript, but you can use many other languages as well. So the constraint is that S and T consist of lowercase English letters. Okay, so let's think what would be the easiest thing that we can check at the beginning. For sure, it will be the length of the words itself. So let's do if S length doesn't equal to T length, let's just return false. Other way, we will do the calculations. So my idea here is that let's instantiate an object which will be a counter of the letters. So let's do const count equal blank object, and let's do a for loop. We know that the S and T have the same length, so we can do let I equal 0, I less than S or T length. We are accounting also for zero-based index, and we are doing I++. And on the beginning, let's do this. Let's check S at I, and let's check T at I, what we have there. And just for the sake of the argument right now and make it more clean, let's instantiate, let's search char1, which will be at Si, and const char2 at Ti. You don't have to do it, but this way it will be just much cleaner. And right now, what we want to do, let's firstly check if we have count at count with char1. If we have count with char1, we will do ++. We will make those number and counter bigger. So we will do count at char1 ++. If the count at char1 doesn't exist yet, we encountered it for a first time, so we will do count at char1 equal to 1. And now we will also do a solution for char2 for our anagram. Let's do it this way, count at char2. If it exists, we will do minus minus. So the idea is that if this is in fact an anagram, the counter, all the values in the counter will be 0, and if they will differ, so something on the plus side or on the minus side, we will know that there is a mismatch in the letters. So let's do count at char2 minus minus, and else count at char2 will be equal to -1, because here we are going in the opposite direction. So we have it this way. Let's maybe make it a little bit bigger to see all the text. And what we want to do at the end, if we will go through this loop, we will have a count object which will consist of all the letters and its count, which should equal 0. So we will do what we can do. We can do a for loop, or we can do an objects. Let's do an objects and object values. Then we will get all the values and we will map through that. So we will do object values on count. We can filter that. So we will get an array right now of all the values of count. So we can do a filter on that. So we will go through each individual one, and we will see, we will go for the element, each element of this array, or each letter, so that we have it more consistent and clean. And we can check if it won't be a letter, it will be a count. So for each element, let's leave it with element. So for each element, let's see if this element doesn't equal 0. And at the end, we will have an array of the elements that are non-zero. So if the array will have anything inside it, we will know that it's false. So we can do just return object values count filter equal to 0, length equals 0. Let's see if it will work. Okay, both cases are accepted. And let's run the whole suite now. Okay, and our full solution is accepted. So that would be it for this particular solution. I hope you learned something new, and see ya in another one.